You wake up, and for a brief second, everything feels silent. Then, the same thoughts rush in like an automatic script. The same emotions rise in your chest. The same inner voice whispers the same old story. It feels familiar, safe, predictable, but somewhere deep inside you sense that you have lived this day before. That is not imagination. It is frequency. You are not stuck because your dream is impossible. You are stuck because your energy keeps replaying the same signal. The universe is not punishing you. It is reflecting you. It does not hear your words. It reads your vibration. Every emotion you rehearse, every thought you repeat, every reaction you justify, broadcasts a frequency that says to the field, "This is who I am." Reality obeys that signal, not your desires, not your plans, only your consistent state of being. Once you see this, you begin to awaken as the observer. You start noticing how the body moves before the mind, how the emotion triggers before the thought, how the story tries to pull you back into the same timeline. But now you can feel the pause, and that pause is your power. Between the impulse and the response lives the space where creation begins. Awareness is the first collapse of the old self. Most people think change means fighting their habits, but change begins with observing them without judgment. When you see the pattern clearly, it starts to dissolve, because you are no longer inside it, you are witnessing it. That witnessing is the birth of the new identity. You do not have to fix the old self. You simply stop feeding it attention. Every time you feel the old emotion rise, you breathe, you remember, I am the one who sees, not the one who repeats. That small act shifts the field around you, because the field responds instantly to awareness. You are not your thoughts. You are the consciousness that chooses which thoughts to give life to. Once you realize this, the energy begins to move. The same world looks different because your inner lens is no longer trapped in survival. You start to notice signs, small synchronicities, moments that feel lighter, people who appear when you need them. This is not coincidence. This is coherence. The outside world rearranges itself to match your new inner order. It all begins the moment you stop living as memory and start living as the observer. You stop reacting and start designing. You stop replaying and start radiating. Each breath becomes a quiet declaration that you are not bound by the past. You are tuning to a new field of possibilities. If this message is waking something in you, stay in this field with us. Subscribe so the next signal finds you when you need it. Because this space is not just a channel, it is a frequency where awakening becomes normal, where each of us remembers that reality bends not by force but by awareness. Today you begin again, not as the echo of yesterday, but as the voice that calls a new reality into being. Every human being is a walking field of memories. Your body carries more intelligence than you realize. It remembers every emotion you ever practiced, every moment you repeated a feeling until it became part of your chemistry. When you say, "I just feel this way," it is not just emotion, it is biology. The body learns faster than the mind, and once it learns an emotional pattern, it will replay it automatically, even when your conscious mind wants to move forward. This is why it feels so hard to change. You can say new affirmations, you can visualize a new life, you can read every book on transformation, but if the body is still addicted to the emotions of the past, it will pull you back into the old identity. The body is the subconscious mind. It memorizes the past so deeply that it tries to protect you by keeping you inside what feels familiar, even if that familiarity is painful. Think of it like this. Every emotion releases a chemical. Over time, your cells begin to expect that chemical like a drug. Stress, anger, guilt, shame, even sadness, all have their own biochemistry. When you try to step into peace, love, or confidence, the body can actually go through withdrawal, not because peace is wrong, but because the body has been trained to live in stress. This is the invisible resistance you feel when you try to change. It is not sabotage, it is memory. The body is simply asking, where is my usual dose of anxiety? Where is my daily rush of fear? And if you do not give it, the mind will find a reason to recreate it. It will invent a problem just to feel normal again. That is why awareness alone is not enough. You must teach the body what a new emotion feels like. You must retrain the nervous system to recognize calm as safe, gratitude as familiar, love as natural. This is the real meaning of healing. Healing is not fixing something broken. It is reconditioning the body to trust higher emotions. When you practice new emotions on purpose, you are reprogramming your biology. A few minutes of conscious gratitude or compassion changes the chemistry of your blood. Science calls it coherence. Energy flows smoothly. The heart and brain begin to synchronize, and the electromagnetic field around you expands. You start broadcasting a new signal. The most powerful change happens when thought and emotion align. Thought sends the signal out, emotion draws the experience in. If the thought says I am free, but the emotion says I am afraid, the field reads the emotion. The universe speaks frequency, not language. It mirrors your coherence, not your contradictions. So the work is not to think harder, it is to feel truer. Feel as if the new future is already breathing inside you. Let the body memorize that feeling instead of the old one. Repeat it until the cells start craving peace more than chaos, until the heart expands more easily than the mind worries. When that happens, you are no longer a victim of the past. You are a creator of the present. Remember, the body does not know the difference between imagination and experience. If you rehearse a new emotion deeply enough, the brain rewires itself to believe it already happened. You can literally become familiar with your future until it becomes your new memory. That is how quantum change begins, not by forcing the outside world, but by reconditioning the inside one. It takes repetition, patience, and awareness. But every time you catch yourself falling into an old emotional loop and choose to breathe instead of react, you weaken the old program. You send a new message to your biology, saying, I am safe, I am conscious, I am no longer that version of me. And the body listens. This is how energy becomes matter, how thought becomes flesh. The chemistry of your body starts to match the vision of your mind. The moment your body believes what your mind envisions, the universe synchronizes with that belief. You are not fighting against your body. You are teaching it how to trust you again. And when mind and body unite in one signal, that is when your new reality begins to take shape. Everything in this universe vibrates. Every thought, every emotion, every cell in your body, every event in your life is a wave of energy moving through the same field. The law of resonance says that energy of a similar frequency attracts itself. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are in resonance with. The field is always listening, not to your words, but to your vibration. You can say, I am abundant, but if you feel lack, the frequency of lack is what you broadcast. The universe mirrors that. You can say, I am loved, but if your heart still vibrates in fear of being alone, you will meet situations that confirm the vibration, not the affirmation. This is not punishment, it is precision. The field is neutral, it only responds to coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions vibrate together, the signal becomes pure and strong. When they contradict each other, the field receives mixed frequencies and sends you mixed results. That is why life sometimes feels like chaos. To change the reality you experience, you must change the frequency you emit. The most powerful way to do that is through emotional alignment. When your emotion matches your intention, You create resonance. The heart becomes the amplifier of your frequency. Its magnetic field is thousands of times stronger than the field of the brain. This is why emotion is the true language of creation. Every emotion has a signature. Gratitude, peace, compassion, joy all produce high coherent waves. Fear, anger, guilt, and shame create chaotic ones. The more coherent your emotional field, the more clearly the universe can reflect your intention. It is like tuning a radio. If you are even slightly off the frequency, you hear static. Once you align perfectly, the message comes through crystal clear. That is what resonance feels like. The right people appear. Timing aligns. You receive what seems like coincidence, but is actually feedback from the field confirming your coherence. You can feel it in your body, an effortless flow, a sense of being guided. That is resonance made visible. So how do you move into resonance? It starts with honesty. You cannot fake frequency. You cannot lie to the field. Pretending to be calm while your body is tense will not change your signal. You must feel the truth of what you say. To raise your vibration is not to escape your emotion, but to integrate it. When you breathe into the tension and choose love anyway, you shift the frequency from within. Coherence does not mean perfection. It means congruence. It means your thoughts, emotions, and actions are no longer at war with each other. You think what you feel what you do, and you do what you believe. This harmony creates a magnetic pull around you. You no longer chase outcomes. They begin to orbit naturally because your field is consistent. Imagine a tuning fork struck beside another. The second one begins to vibrate at the same tone without being touched. That is how energy works. When you embody peace, everything around you starts to harmonize with that peace. When you embody gratitude, the people near you feel it and respond to it even if they cannot explain why. That is how you influence reality without effort. True manifestation is not about forcing matter. It is about mastering vibration. Matter is simply energy slowed down. When you hold a vibration long enough and steady enough, reality densifies around it. That is why the ones who are calm change the room. The ones who love heal others without words. They are stable frequencies in a world of noise. When your vibration stabilizes, you begin to see through the illusion of separation. You realize that everything you meet is a mirror of your inner field. The people you attract are showing you your current resonance. The experiences you face are feedback from the universe saying, this is the tone you are playing. If you do not like the reflection, you do not fight the mirror, you change the music. Resonance is not only how you attract, it is how you connect. The deeper your resonance, the stronger your ability to feel others without absorbing them. You become the calm in the storm, the still center of the field. This is the power of coherence. It does not make you detached, it makes you magnetic. So today, tune your frequency deliberately. Choose thoughts that match your heart. Choose emotions that support your vision. Choose actions that express your truth. When these three align, life becomes simpler. Synchronicity becomes constant, and creation becomes effortless. Everything you are searching for is already vibrating at the frequency of peace. The question is not when it will come, but when you will match it. Most people live in a constant state of wanting. They want love, peace, freedom, abundance, but the act of wanting itself keeps those things away. Wanting carries the vibration of not having. It says to the field, I am separate from what I desire. So the field mirrors that separation. The secret is not to chase what you want, but to become the version of yourself who already has it. Being is not pretending. It is remembering. Remembering that the future you dream of already exists as a frequency. You do not reach it by force. You reach it by alignment. When you feel as if it is already true, your body begins to broadcast a signal of completion, not longing. And the universe reads that signal like a command. You can think of the field as a perfect mirror. It does not bring you what you want. It brings you what you embody. When your thoughts say one thing but your energy says another, the mirror reflects confusion. But when you merge thought and emotion, when your feeling matches your vision, the reflection becomes crystal clear. Reality bends to coherence. The shift from wanting to being begins with imagination. Imagination is not fantasy, it is rehearsal. When you imagine vividly enough, your nervous system cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is practiced. The brain begins to wire new patterns. The body begins to feel new chemistry. And suddenly your system starts to believe a new identity. Ask yourself, who would I be if I already had what I want? How would I breathe? How would I speak? How would I walk? Start doing that now. That is embodiment. Each small action tells the universe, I am ready. Every consistent moment of being becomes a frequency that collapses potential into form. Your new reality does not come because you force it. It comes because you match it. When your inner vibration harmonizes with the vibration of the future you desire, they become one signal. That is when synchronicity appears. People, places, and opportunities align without effort. Life becomes responsive rather than resistant. When you live from being, you stop asking when and start asking how can I express it now? You stop looking for signs, you become the sign. This is the power of coherence between the heart and the mind. The mind thinks the path, but the heart feels the destination. When they work together, your entire field becomes creative. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel your chest expand. Imagine that every cell in your body is listening to your intention. Whisper silently inside, I am already there. Let that phrase echo in your body until it becomes a vibration. If you can feel even a small shift, write one short line to your future self below. That single sentence anchors your new frequency in this community. The more you rehearse being, the faster the field responds. You might notice that time starts to feel different. Things that used to take years begin to unfold in days. This is because the quantum field does not operate in linear time. It responds to state. When your state changes, your timeline rearranges. But being does not mean ignoring reality. It means redefining it. You can acknowledge the current situation without giving it authority. The moment you emotionally detach from the old story, it loses its power. You are not escaping the world. You are rewiring your relationship with it. Being is the end of resistance. When you stop needing reality to change before you feel peace, peace begins to change reality. You stop chasing outcomes and start emanating them. You stop trying to control life and start collaborating with it. This is what it means to live from the inside out. The next time you notice yourself wanting, pause and ask, what is the version of me who already has this feeling like right now? Then act from that place. Speak from that energy. Move from that confidence. Each time you do, you expand your field. You start to notice how people respond differently, how new opportunities show up, how coincidences start to form patterns. Those are not miracles. They are mathematics of resonance. Eventually, you realize there was never a distance between you and what you desired. There was only a gap of vibration. Once you close that gap, wanting dissolves. You no longer reach outward. You radiate inwardly. And that radiance becomes your new normal. You are not becoming something new. You are remembering who you have always been. There is not just one future waiting for you, there are many. Every possibility already exists as a different frequency. Each timeline is a version of reality vibrating at a specific level of consciousness. You are not traveling through time. You are tuning through vibration. The moment you change your energy, you shift the track you are on. Imagine a radio that can receive thousands of stations. All of them are broadcasting right now, but you only hear the one you are tuned to. Your life works the same way. Every potential version of you is already broadcasting its reality. The future you who is healed, free, abundant, peaceful, already exists. They are not in front of you, they are vibrating beside you. When you shift your frequency, you switch stations. The people you meet, the events that unfold, the synchronicities you encounter, all belong to that new channel. You did not force anything, you simply changed resonance. This is what people call quantum jumping, but it is not magic, it is physics. Every thought and emotion you choose aligns you with one of those timelines. Fear tunes you to one path, gratitude to another. Doubt collapses a different set of probabilities than confidence does. You are constantly moving between futures, moment by moment, choice by choice. This is why awareness is power. When you feel yourself slipping into an old vibration, you can pause, breathe, and shift. You are not stuck in a single story. You are a multidimensional being navigating infinite possibilities. The future is not happening to you, it is responding to your frequency right now. When you realize this, you stop waiting for signs and start creating them. You stop asking for proof and start living as proof. You begin to notice subtle changes. People who no longer match your vibration fade away, and new ones appear out of nowhere. Conversations shift, opportunities align. Even your perception of time starts to stretch and bend. Sometimes the new timeline feels uncomfortable, not because it is wrong, but because it is unfamiliar. The body still remembers the chemistry of the past, so it tries to pull you back into the known. But if you can stay steady, breathe through the uncertainty, and hold the vibration of your chosen future, the discomfort transforms into momentum. The new frequency stabilizes, and your environment adjusts accordingly. Do not expect fireworks. Shifts often begin quietly. A small change in how you speak to yourself, how you react, how you walk into a room, begins to broadcast a new tone to the field. Soon, reality echoes back in ways that seem small but feel different. The tone of your day changes. The conversations become lighter. You start to notice repeating numbers, perfect timing, strangers saying exactly what you needed to hear. These are breadcrumbs from your new timeline, confirming that you have tuned correctly. Think of the future as a wave waiting for your observation. Once you become coherent with it, it collapses into matter. This is the quantum nature of creation. The observer is the activator. The field does not decide which future you get. You do, by the signal you consistently emit. So stop asking what the future holds, and start asking, what frequency am I holding? Are you living from fear or from trust? From impatience or from surrender? The energy you hold determines the version of reality that unfolds. Every morning you wake up at a crossroads between infinite futures. The state you choose becomes the world you walk into. When you understand this, you begin to feel a deep calm. There is nothing to chase, nothing to fear, only to choose. Each breath becomes a vote for the reality you prefer. Every time you choose love instead of worry, gratitude instead of control, you jump timelines without even realizing it. You are not waiting for the future. The future is waiting for you to match it. It is not somewhere you go. It is something you become. When your vibration rises, the field rearranges to match it, and what once seemed impossible becomes ordinary. Stay aware of the small signals. The gentle inner peace that replaces anxiety, the coincidences that come when you least expect them, the effortless flow that makes you smile for no reason. These are signs that you are aligned with your highest timeline. You are already standing in multiple futures. Which one solidifies depends on your focus, your feeling, your faith. Choose consciously, because the moment you do, the universe rearranges itself around that choice. You do not have to know how it will happen, only that it already has. Every transformation requires a moment of release, a moment when you decide that the old version of you no longer runs the story. This is the turning point between the past and the new timeline. It is not about destroying who you were. It is about honoring that version for surviving and then letting it rest. The self you are becoming cannot breathe inside the emotions that built your history. To release is to acknowledge what was, without needing to carry it any further. Everything you have ever felt served a purpose. It shaped the lessons that woke you up. But now, you are not here to repeat. You are here to evolve. The ritual of release is simple but powerful. It begins with recognition. Speak quietly within yourself and call out the old identity, the one who always tried to please, the one who doubted their worth, the one who feared being unseen, the one who carried guilt for being too much or not enough. Thank them for their effort, for their protection, for trying to keep you safe. Feel gratitude, not judgment, because that gratitude closes the loop of energy. Then comes surrender. Imagine holding a heavy backpack filled with old emotions, memories, expectations. You have carried it for so long that it feels like part of your body. Now, in your mind, slowly set it down. Feel the weight slide off your shoulders. Take a deep breath and notice how your body responds. It may shake, it may sigh, it may feel empty for a moment. That emptiness is not loss, it is space. Space is what allows new energy to arrive. Once you make room, the field fills it with higher frequencies. But you must stay open long enough for that energy to settle. Do not rush the process. The body needs time to recalibrate. When old emotions surface, do not resist them. Let them pass through without attaching another story. This is how you cleanse the signal. Next is embodiment. Now that you have released what no longer serves you, begin to embody who you are becoming. Straighten your posture. Lift your chin slightly. Breathe from your heart, not your fear. Speak slower, as if your words carry light. Walk as if peace already belongs to you. These physical cues tell the subconscious that the transformation is real. Your body believes what you demonstrate, not what you wish. Finally comes declaration. Whisper to yourself with conviction, I am no longer bound by who I was. I align with who I am. Feel it vibrate through your body, through your field, through the room around you. Repeat it until you sense something click inside, a soft yet certain feeling of truth. That click is coherence. It is the moment when the new frequency locks in. You can perform this ritual in silence, before sleep, during meditation, or any time you feel the old emotions return. Each repetition strengthens the signal of the new self. This is not an escape from responsibility. It is the most sacred act of responsibility. There is the choice to no longer recycle pain. Release is not forgetting. It is integrating. It is saying thank you for the lesson and goodbye to the pattern. You will still remember what happened, but it will no longer define you. It becomes wisdom instead of wound, power instead of pain. As you continue this practice, you will notice your energy shifting. The body feels lighter, the mind quieter, the heart more open. You start to meet life with presence instead of projection. You stop trying to fix yourself and start trusting yourself. Remember, the universe cannot fill hands that are clenched. The more you let go, the more you receive. Letting go is not weakness. It is intelligence. It tells the field that you are no longer anchored to fear. The moment you release, your vibration rises naturally and your reality follows. Do this ritual not as a performance, but as an act of love. Each breath you take is a reset button. Each moment of awareness is a rebirth. You are shedding layers of energy that never belonged to your truth. You are the observer who watches it all pass by, the old stories, the old emotions, the old versions. You see them, thank them, and let them go. That is the path of mastery. From now on, every time you choose peace over reaction, truth over illusion, compassion over control, you are performing the ritual again. You are saying to the universe, I am ready. I am no longer the echo of my past. I am the vibration of my future. After release comes stabilization. This is the stage where the new frequency begins to root itself into your everyday life. You have opened a new channel, and now your job is to maintain its signal with consistency. In the beginning, it can feel fragile. The old emotions still whisper from time to time. The body remembers the past and tries to pull you back into the old rhythm. This is normal. Change does not erase memory. It rewires relationship. You are learning to respond from awareness instead of reaction. Each time you notice an old emotion rise, see it as a test of coherence. Do not fight it. Observe it, breathe through it, and hold the vibration of your new state. When you remain calm in the face of the familiar, you prove to the body that it is safe to stay in peace. That is how stability begins. Think of your new timeline as a young tree. It is broken through the soil, but its roots are still tender. Every breath of awareness waters it. Every choice aligned with love strengthens it. Every moment of gratitude is sunlight. If you nurture it daily, it becomes unshakable. Stabilization is not about perfection. It is about return. The moment you fall back into an old habit, simply notice, forgive, and return to your chosen frequency. The faster you return, the stronger the new neural pathways become. Eventually, the old emotions lose their authority. The body starts to crave the peace it once resisted. You will know the new timeline is stabilizing when you begin to experience synchronicities more often. The right message arrives at the right time. The people you meet seem to mirror your growth. The obstacles that once triggered fear now invite clarity. Reality begins to mirror your steadiness. During this phase, practice emotional hygiene. Just as you clean your body daily, cleanse your energy daily. Spend time in silence. Move your body with intention. Speak less from habit, more from truth. Every small action tells the field you are serious about your new frequency. The key is presence. Presence collapses every potential into now. When you are fully present, the past cannot pull you, and the future cannot rush you. Everything flows through you instead of against you. This is coherence in motion. Each morning, before your day begins, ask yourself one question. Which version of me will I let collapse reality today? Feel that question in your heart. Let it guide your tone, your pace, your reactions. This question keeps you conscious of the frequency you are broadcasting. The more consistently you choose from awareness, the faster the field calibrates. The universe is not testing you, it is tuning with you. Every challenge that appears is simply an opportunity to reinforce the new signal. When you stay centered, the challenge dissolves. Remember that reality lags slightly behind vibration. It takes time for matter to catch up with energy. Do not interpret the delay as failure. It is just momentum aligning itself with your new trajectory. The quantum field must rearrange billions of probabilities to deliver coherence into form. Trust the process. There will be days when you feel clear and powerful, and others when you feel heavy or uncertain. Both are valid. The heaviness means another layer is leaving. The uncertainty means your mind is adjusting to the unknown. Keep breathing. Keep trusting. You are learning how to live in a higher rhythm. When doubt comes, return to the heart. The heart is the compass of the new timeline. Place your hand over your chest, close your eyes, and feel the quiet pulse. That pulse is the same rhythm the universe uses to expand galaxies. You are never disconnected from the source of stability. Over time, this becomes second nature. You stop chasing states of peace and start living as peace. You stop managing emotions and start allowing them to flow through you without distortion. You become a clear signal, and the world reflects that clarity back to you. The new timeline stabilizes when the energy of your future becomes more familiar than the memory of your past. When that happens, you no longer need to remind yourself who you are. You simply are. At this point, the quantum shift is complete. The body, mind, and field are aligned. Your outer world becomes an echo of your inner coherence. Life still brings movement, but not chaos. It becomes a dance between intention and surrender, between choice and grace. You realize that stability is not stillness. It is flow without resistance. It is the calm inside every change, the silent rhythm that guides creation. And once you feel it, you understand that the new timeline was never somewhere to reach. It was always waiting inside the frequency of your stillness. Every journey of transformation eventually leads to connection. You began by awakening the observer within, by changing your frequency, by releasing the old and stabilizing the new. But now you arrive at the deepest truth of all: you were never doing this alone. There is a field that connects every conscious being. It is invisible, yet undeniable. You feel it in moments of deep peace, in the silence between thoughts, in the instant you meet someone and sense recognition without words. This is the shared field. It is where energy meets energy, where one awakened soul helps another remember who they are. When your frequency rises, you contribute to this field. Your calm becomes someone else's comfort. Your peace becomes permission for another to breathe easier. Every act of awareness, every moment of kindness sends ripples through the collective. You may not see it, but the field records everything. This is why your personal transformation is never personal. It is universal. Every time you heal a piece of your story, you heal a reflection of humanity. Every time you forgive, the field becomes lighter. Every time you choose love over fear, the collective frequency rises. The shared field works through resonance, not through effort. When you embody coherence, you naturally attract those who are ready to resonate with it. You do not need to convince or persuade. Your vibration speaks louder than words. People will feel it. They will sense safety around you without knowing why. You become a living transmission of peace. The beauty of this field is that it grows stronger through unity, not conformity. You do not have to be perfect. You only have to be authentic. The field does not need saints. It needs real human beings who remember their divinity while still embracing their humanity. That balance is what keeps the collective grounded and awake. Now, imagine for a moment that everyone watching this video is part of the same current of energy. Different lives, different stories, but one shared intention to live as awareness, to create from love, to expand through truth. Feel that for a moment. The field responds instantly when hearts align in the same frequency. This is not imagination. This is resonance. Together, we are building a network of consciousness. It does not require belief, only participation. Each time you choose to stay aware, each time you bring presence to your life, you feed the field with coherence. You help others find their way without even realizing it. Look at how far you have come. You learn to see beyond the noise, to quiet the mind, to listen to the heart, to move with intention. You have crossed the line between matter and energy, between seeking and being. You have shifted from reaction to creation. That is mastery. Yet, this is not the end. It is the beginning of a larger cycle. The next stage is to live your awakening through action, to bring the frequency of peace into your conversations, your work, your relationships, to let the inner world shape the outer one. The quantum shift is complete only when awareness becomes embodiment. If you felt even a small release or expansion during this journey, share this signal with someone who might need it. You never know whose timeline could shift because of your vibration. And if you want to stay inside this frequency, subscribe and grow with us. We are not just a channel, we are a field, a living space where awakening continues to unfold through all of us. In the next session, we will go deeper into the heart coherence practice, a simple 5-minute technique that keeps your frequency stable no matter what happens around you. It is the bridge between thought and energy, between emotion and manifestation. Until then, keep your awareness gentle and your energy steady. Keep breathing into the present moment. The universe is not far away. It is inside the rhythm of your heartbeat. You are already connected to everything. You are not just in the field. You are the field.